Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. In this video I'm going to explain if else and for loops in project 1. We will use Arduino programming on Tinkercad. So let's get started. So first of all, I upload all of those projects and the PDFs on the link below. You can download it there. So before starting with this mini project, make sure that you watch these two videos to understand this mini project perfectly. Okay, so let's get started with project 1. The aim of this project is to introduce two different types of control structure, including selection and repetition. So let's start with the if-else control structure. So the first step here is to have your Arduino and connect it to your laptop. In this case, we will use Tinkercad as online simulation tool, as discussed in the beginning of the video. So copy the code here. Let's copy the code. So you will find this PDF in the link below. Copy, and let's go to Tinkercad. Click on Create New Circuit. Then go to Arduino and then drag this one here. Okay, then go to code and then click on text. Click on continue. Delete everything here and paste your copied code. Okay, so I already explained how to do the steps and how to enter the Tinkercad in the previous video. You can have a look there if I go very quickly now. Okay, so this is the code. Before running anything, you need to change the name. So let's call it mini project if else, and then your name and your class, then enter. Okay, so this is the copied link here, and this is the serial monitor. Okay, so let's read the code step by step here. So first of all, we declare these two variables. We declare a variable x and a reference variable, which is 15, and then inside the void setup we initialize the serial communication. So we write serial.begin, so we can initialize the communication between the Arduino and the computer and the serial monitor. And then we use the if-else statement. Okay, so what is the case, or what is the condition here? If this x is larger than the reference, what will be represented in the serial monitor? What will be represented is what is inside those curly bracket, which is x is greater than the reference. Okay, if x is less than the reference, the serial.print will print the same, but it will show that x is less than the reference. Else the serial.print, if it's not larger or less, so the result will be equal. So in this case, we make the Arduino as a logical operator here. So the Arduino will decide if x is larger, or if it's equal, or if it's less, and we use the if-else structure. Okay, so in this case, x is what? X is less than reference. So by logic, what will appear in this serial monitor? Of course, it will show that x is less than the reference. So let's start the simulation and see which statement of these three will be represented here. So this depends on the value here. So let's start the simulation. Okay, so one important thing to put into consideration when you copy any code from the file, make sure to do the quotation mark again, because this is not the right one. Do the quotation mark, shift and the quotation here. Repeat this and all those, you change them, okay, because this is not recognized by the Arduino. Just do it yourself here again. Okay, if you copy any code from the PDF, make sure to change the quotation mark. Okay, then start the simulation. So let's click on the serial monitor. Exactly, so X is less than the reference value. So let's go to the first question here. What message will appear on the serial monitor? So as you can see here, the message is X is less than the reference value. Why? Because the X is 10 and the reference value is 15. So it choose this one. X is less than the reference value. Why? Because X is less than the references and 10 is less than 15. Let's move to the second observation. How many choices are possible when using a single if-else statement? So there will be only one choice to be there. Only this case or this case or this case. Only one choice will be represented here on the serial monitor. Okay. So now let's go to further exploration. So let's try 3 different values of X. Let's try 5, 15 and 25, and let's see what will be the message on serial monitor. Okay, so let me put this here for you. Okay, so let's clear this here and stop the simulation, and let's change the value of X here to 5. Okay, so what do you think, which statement will be shown? So if X is less, this should be appear that X is less. So let's see. Start the simulation. Exactly, X is less than the reference value. So you copy this one and answered it here. So this is the message on the serial monitor. Now the second question, let's put X as 15. Let's change X to 15. Let's clear here, stop the simulation and change X here to 15. So 15 here is X here is equal to the reference. So logically this will appear on the serial monitor. Let's see whether this is the case or not. Exactly, so X is equal to the reference. Let's stop and clear the final question. Let's put X as 25. So let's change X here to 25 and let's start the simulation. Let's see what will be the result. So X, because it's 25, now it's greater than the reference value. It's greater than 15. So it gives us this value in the serial monitor, which is X is greater than the reference value. So that's it for the if-else control structure. Now let's move to the for loop, and the for loop is used for repetition. So let's get started. So this is mini project 1 and here is mini project B. Let's click on mini project A. So when you click on it, it will open with the Arduino platform. Okay, so this is the Arduino platform. As I explained before, you cannot apply this code on this Arduino app. Why? Because you don't have the Arduino with your hand. You don't have the Arduino hardware. So in this case, we will use the Tinkercad simulation tool to apply it. So what we have to do, let's go to Tinkercad. I explained before how to start a code using Tinkercad. So let's do this very quickly. Click on circuits, click on create new circuits, and then it will open for you a new page. Then click on basic, Arduino, drag Arduino here. So after dragging the Arduino here, let's go to code and then click on text, continue, and here is the text. Now you just copy this line of codes, copy it and paste it here. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the code. Here is the serial monitor. You have to press it so you can see the result. If you use the serial.begin and you open the serial communication, of course. To start the simulation, just click on start simulation. So as you can see, the serial monitor represents hello world 10 times here, and between each line and line there is a 0.5 second. So this is the outcome of this Arduino code. Okay, to clear the result, just click on clear and stop the simulation. That's it for this code. So let's have a quick look on the code itself. So there is a void setup and void loop. Of course, you cannot start any code without writing those two functions. And then in the void setup, you initialize it by using serial.begin. Then we use serial.print ln represent a new line. So whatever in those two brackets and this quotation marks will be represented here. So how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this will be represented here 10 times, and between each one time and the other there is a delay 0.5 second. Okay, so here is the code. So for me, you just need to take a screenshot and upload it on the LMS activity. Let's stop the simulation. Of course, change the name here, your name, your class. So many project 1, and this is A, your name, your class. Okay, and then click on enter. Here is it. Okay, so let's go to a new one now. Click on create new circuit, and let's do the same. Drag Arduino. So here you go. Click on code, text, continue, and then paste, delete everything here. Here there is another code which is B. You click on it, and let's see the other code now. So in this code we use the for loop. Let's apply this code there and paste the second code. So here void setup and of course void loop. We use serial.begin to initialize the serial communication between the Arduino and the serial monitor, and then we use a for loop here, started from integer I equal 1, and then stopped when I equal 10, and at each time we increase it by 1. Okay, if you have difficulties in understanding this, just go to the video Arduino as a calculator and have a revision there. Okay, so let's start the simulation. Click here. So as you can see, the hello world will be represented 10 times here. So let's calculate. So this is 3, this is 4, this is 3, and this is 3. So exactly it has been represented 10 times. So now you can see the difference between this code and the previous code. The previous code was longer. This one, with only 2 lines, you can represent the hello world as many times as you want. Okay, so let's stop the simulation here. This is mini project B, mini project 1B, your name, of course don't forget your name, and your class. So now I can open the 2 projects next to each other here. So here you will find all the circuits you build. So let's go to mini project A and click on Tinkercad S, and let's have a look at the question we have here. So as you can see here, the first code, we start and then we print hello world 10 times and then the program ends. Okay, so as you can see, it's very long journey here. But the second code, we just start with counting, and then we print hello world, and then each time we add 1, and then if it's less than 10 we stop. So this was the first code we apply, and here is the second code we apply, and both of them we got the same result, by the way. So which method was more efficient and took less efforts and time to write? The first method or the second method? So here is mini project B, and here is mini project A. Click on code. So now you have project A and project B. So which one is easier? Of course, project B, this one where we use the for loop, is much easier. So in the second question, let's change the for loop initial value parameter to the following. So you just change the integer here to 5. And the question here is, how many times does the message get printed on the serial monitor? Okay, so let's do that. Let's see, if I change this number from 1, let's change it to 5. Okay, of course here don't forget, each time you need to clear the serial monitor to see the result, and then start the simulation. So we started from I equal 5. So how many times the serial monitor represented? So it's 6 times. Why it's 6 times? So when I equal 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9, then 10. When is equal to 10, then only stop. So just count with your hands, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will be 6 results, not 5. Okay, so 6 times. So the answer here, 6 times the message gets printed on the serial monitor. The third question here, change the for loop update parameter to the following. Let's put this back to 5, and then instead of plus plus, which is plus 1, let's do it plus equal to. Let's copy this one let me stop the simulation, clear the result here. When the result here is 1, the serial monitor or the message get represented 10 times. Because why? Each time I add 1 to this one till I reach 10. So now what if I add 2 each time? So of course in this time the result will be less. Why? Because you will not, the message will not represented each time. It will be represented only each 2 time. So let's start the simulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exactly. So it will be the I each 2 time till you reach 10. So it will be represented only 5 times. So the answer here is 5 times.